Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, the journaling, the meditation, the therapy, but you still feel stuck? Like there's this invisible ceiling on how much better you can actually feel? If that's you, I want you to know that you aren't broken, you aren't doing it wrong. You might just be operating with an outdated map of what healing actually looks like. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are deep diving into the two biggest keywords in personal growth right now, mindset and the healing process. But we aren't talking about the just think positive cliches from 10 years ago. We're talking about the 2025 science of post-traumatic growth, neuroplasticity, and why your mindset is the actual engine that drives the biological process of recovery. Let's start with a hard truth. Healing is not a destination. In our modern hustle culture, we often treat healing like a software update. We think, if I can just fix this one bug, this anxiety, this past memory, this habit, then I can finally start my real life. But that mindset actually slows you down. When you treat yourself like a machine to be fixed, you create a state of constant internal conflict. You become the predator and the prey at the same time. The current trend in psychology is moving away from the idea of resilience, which is just bouncing back to where you were, and moving toward post-traumatic growth, or PTG. PTG is the revolutionary idea that you don't just bounce back, you bounce forward. You reach a level of maturity, empathy, and clarity that you never would have had if the adversity hadn't happened. Your mindset shouldn't be, how do I get back to my old self? But who am I becoming through this? Now let's talk science, because your mindset isn't just vibes, it's biology. There's a phrase in neuroscience you might have heard, neurons that fire together, wire together. This is the essence of neuroplasticity. When you are in a healing process, you are essentially trying to bridge a gap between an old neural pathway, the one that triggers a fear response or a negative self-talk loop, and a new, healthier one. The problem is that the old pathway is like a 10-lane highway. It's paved, it's fast, and your brain loves it because it's efficient. The new pathway, it's a dirt trail through the woods. It's hard to walk. You have to clear the brush. This is why mindset matters so much. If your mindset is, I'm failing because I still feel anxious, you reinforce the highway. But if your mindset is, my brain is currently building a new trail, and the struggle is the feeling of the work being done, you actually stimulate the growth of new connections. One of the biggest shifts we're seeing in 2025 is the integration of somatic healing. For a long time, we thought we could think our way out of trauma or stress. But the reality is that the body keeps the score. You can have the most positive mindset in the world, but if your nervous system is stuck in a fight or flight state, those thoughts won't stick. Healing is a bottom-up process, not just top-down. This means that a healing mindset must include somatic awareness. It's about learning to listen to the tightness in your chest or the tension in your jaw without judging it. Instead of saying, I hate that I'm feeling this, a healing mindset says, my body is trying to protect me right now. I hear you. We are safe. This shift from judgment to curiosity is the exact moment that your nervous system begins to regulate. Another crucial concept is the myth of the linear process. We've all seen the memes, the straight line versus the messy scribble, but knowing it is different from feeling it. When you have a bad day after 3 good weeks, your mindset often tells you that you've lost all your progress. This is a cognitive distortion. Healing is a spiral. You might find yourself circling back to the same pain, the same memory, or the same triggers, but you aren't at the same place you were before. You are one level higher. You have more tools now, you have more awareness, you have more capacity. A growth mindset in healing understands that relapse into old feelings isn't failure. It's an opportunity to apply your new skills to an old problem. It's the final exam before you move to the next level. Let's talk about rest as the new hustle. In 2024 and 2025, the wellness trend has shifted drastically away from 5 a.m. cold plunges and rigorous routines. People are realizing that you cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick. And environment includes your internal mental pressure. We've entered the era of radical rest. If your mindset toward healing is, I need to work hard at this so I can be done, you're actually creating more stress. Healing requires emotional bandwidth. Just like a computer slows down when too many apps are open, your brain slows down when you're constantly processing. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do for your healing process is absolutely nothing. It's giving your brain the silence it needs to actually rewire those pathways. If you can't rest without feeling guilty, your mindset is still tied to the system that burned you out in the first place. So how do we practically apply this? First, we have to audit our inner narrative. Take a moment to think about how you talk to yourself when you're struggling. Are you a supportive coach or a harsh critic? Research shows that self-compassion is actually more effective at changing behavior than self-criticism. When you criticize yourself, you trigger the amygdala, the threat center of the brain. This makes you more rigid and less capable of change. When you practice self-compassion, you activate the oxytocin and endorphin systems, which increases your cognitive flexibility. In other words, being kind to yourself literally makes your brain more plastic and able to learn new ways of being. A healing mindset is a kind mindset. Second, focus on micro wins. The healing process is long, and if you only look at the mountain peak, you'll get discouraged. A success mindset in this context is about the small stuff. Did you catch yourself? Before a spiral today, that's a win. Did you choose to breathe for 30 seconds instead of reaching for your phone? That's a win. Did you allow yourself to cry instead of pushing it down? That is a massive win. These micro wins are the bricks that build the foundation of your new life. Over time, these small choices compound. You don't wake up one day and realize you're healed. You wake up one day and realize that the things that used to break you are now just things that you handle. Third, we have to talk about meaning making. This is the core of post-traumatic growth. The healing process isn't complete until you've integrated the experience into your story in a way that empowers you. This doesn't mean saying, I'm glad it happened. It means saying, because it happened, I now know X about myself. Maybe you discovered a strength you didn't know you had. Maybe you developed a level of empathy that allows you to help others. Maybe you finally learned how to set boundaries. When you find meaning in the pain, you take the power away from the trauma. You stop being a character in a tragedy and start being the author of a transformation story. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Healing is an act of rebellion. In a world that wants you to stay distracted, small, and predictable, choosing to heal is the most radical thing you can do. It's a commitment to your future self that you are worth the effort. It's not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming whole. It's about looking at your scars and seeing them not as defects, but as proof that you survived and that you grew. Your mindset is the light you carry into the dark parts of your past. Keep that light burning, even when it's just a flicker, because as long as there is light, the path is still there. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear in the comments. What is one mindset shift you're working on right now? Is it being more patient with yourself? Is it listening to your body more? Let's start a conversation. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you, and subscribe for more deep dives into the science and soul of personal growth. Remember, you aren't just getting through this, you are growing through this. I'll see you in the next one.